Welcome back everybody to the ProComps meta forecast. This patch is 25.12 and we'll be going over S tier champs, some great combinations for you and your duos, and different team comps that you can play. In the top lane there has been plenty of changes. Aatrox has had his healing passive increase while Mordekaiser got extra damage on his Q in the late game. Even Garen got an E damage increase. Even with all of this and Jax's attack speed buffs, this still isn't enough to break the top slots, with Set, Shen and Olaf being our top 3 picks for this patch. For the jungle, there's been even more changes again. Lee Sin, Bel'Veth and Nidalee are getting buffs due to pro play, while Vi is getting readjustments on her W to have less burst damage but more attack speed. However, Ivern, Shackle and Nocturne are going to be our top 3 picks for this patch. There's a lot of variety in the jungle, so it's really good to see that Riot's in a healthy spot for that. Zoe, Talon and Syndra are going to be our 3 ones for the mid lane. Taliyah and Nico are both getting hit with massive nerfs, putting them down from the S tier down towards the A tier. While Twisted Fate, LeBlanc and Aurora are getting a few buffs in this patch. Maybe try them out in solo queue as we're waiting over here to see how they land before we put any of them in the S tier. For the attack damage carries, Shocker, Senna is getting nerfed. Her soul rate is slashed by 1/3, while Kalista and Varus again hit as well. This does leave space open for Zeri and mainly Aphelios to get back into the meta, but I don't see them competing with Jinx, Tristana and Kog'Maw for our 3 S tier champion slots. And now onto my favourite role, the support. We're going to have Sona, Elise and Rel still be having their slots as the S tiers, but most importantly, my favourite champion BARD is getting buffed this patch. He's getting a whole whopping 5% movement speed, and nothing else has changed on support. So for me it's a buff, for everyone else it doesn't honestly matter. So the main things are, keep on top of Sona, Elise and Rel, and you'll be fine in this patch. For my top 2 winners of this patch, it still has to be that Shen and now a new champion, the Ivern. It feels like I'm a broken record when I talk about Shen. The last 3 patches he's been in the same category, so instead I'm going to give an honourable mention to Cho'Gath, who has been dominating solo queue recently. His damage is completely insane, so I really recommend to pick him up for some LP. Our other top pick is going to be that Ivern I talked about. This champion is pretty weak in the early game, but if you get through the early game and get towards late, you could shield as much as someone's whole HP bar. So just make sure you have a nice front liner for you to put it on, and you'll get some free LP from him. Now let's head over to our blind pick segment. These are the champions you could be picking up first in solo queue and not care what anyone picks into you. For top lanes could be Shen and Cho'Gath, jungle Ivern and Jarvan, mid lane Syndra and Annie, AD carry Jinx and Senna, while for support, Sona and Braum. All these champions are just so strong in the current meta that you could pick them up and just have a good time. For what combinations work best for you and your duo queue partner, for top and jungle I have a huge recommendation for the Cho'Gath and Ivern, as it has a whopping 64% win rate together. It's almost impossible to get through Cho'Gath normally, and when you add on top those Ivern shields, it becomes literally impossible. And for the mid jungle, I will have to go for Viego and Lissandra. This combo is all about finding a kill together, so Viego can find his reset and take over those team fights. So having a 53% win rate, it's a lot easier than you might think. And to round out this part, and it's going to be the bot lane, with Nilah and Soraka, with even a 53% win rate themselves. This lane is all about healing, as Nilah heals herself more for each heal that Soraka deals. So Soraka can heal herself through her own Q as well. It's really cool tech, so give it a try. 4 different team compositions for you and your friends. One of them is the Protect style comp. This one we went for with Nocturne, Amumu, Syndra, Zeri and Yuumi. The whole goal here is to try and allow your Zeri to scale up to 2 or 3 items. Afterwards, have the Amumu ultimate to keep Zeri safe, and you should be able to win all of your team fights, so it's a simple and easy executed comp. For our next comp, it's all about trying to go in and pick people off. This one is a big combination of the Nocturne and LeBlanc. Both of these 2 champions together can just go anywhere on the map, turn off the lights and one-shot any unsuspecting carries. Of course, you have Cletu as the movement speed of the ultimate, Nautilus for lockdown CC, and even the Kalista to throw in the Nautilus if he isn't able to find the hook himself. So if you ever want to just go in and have some fun, this would be a composition for you. Our next one is a bit like the Pixel comp, but it's more just go in and just go ham on anyone. This one we have Gangplank, Hecarim, Katarina, Samira and Alistar. This one is a very high risk and high reward team comp. If you can get your Katarina or Samira ahead, you will dominate your games. However, if you get behind, it becomes a little more tricky. So be a little bit cautious on when you play this team comp. Make sure that you understand these champions and you should be okay. Now on to the next comp, the siege style comp. If you hate towers, this is the composition, as you'll have Fiora, Xin Zhao, Azir, Tristana, and Emilio. And the main thing about this composition is to allow your Fiora to split push to get towers by herself, or you have Emilio to buff the attack range on the Azir and the Tristana, meaning they can hit these towers from miles away. So if you ever don't want to ever fight anyone and just take these objectives, this is an amazing composition for that. But in that last composition, Fiora had to do it all by herself. So in this one, we're going to have a split style comp like the old one. However, we're going to support the ones up top. So doing that, we can have Sivir as a safe AD carry in the bot lane, and have BARD and Nunu combo together to constantly gank the Yone and Gwen. To get them so far ahead, they always win their side lane. So if you have a very strong mid and top laner, this is a great composition to help them use that lead and win games with it. And with all that figured out, that is going to be it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if there's anything we've missed in this patch, make sure to put it down in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.